Sony finally proves that with enough dedication, you can find new ways to destroy gaming, and they did it. My god, pat yourselves on the back, boys. Sony did it. They created an AI tool that will censor bad things in their games in real time. Now, I don't know about you, but I am obviously very excited about my non existential future and how bad the world is turning. But, maybe you have a slightly more positive outlook, as in the way that Sony is not going to carpet bomb us. I mean, live and see, I guess.
Companies want censorship to fly under the radar, and that doesn't happen anymore. Gamers are vigilant, we are paying attention, and we are more than willing to be vocal on social media when we see something we don't like. And that is happening with Sony's new patent that reveals AI that censors games in real time, because we are taking to social media, fighting back, and man, are they facing a hell of a lot of backlash. I have a few different things to show off, but before I get into the topic, if you enjoy the content I create, check.
You know, I'm actually surprised that no one has created a patent for an AI that scrubs all negative information towards a company. That would be pretty interesting. I mean, a lot of companies would probably buy that.
Out the links in the description, join the community in my live streams, and consider supporting through Patreon or YouTube memberships. Now, companies are always looking for ways to control us, to censor us, and to make more money off of us, and we are more than willing to fight back. Time and time again, we see companies making terrible decisions, and they get mad when we call them out, but maybe if they didn't do stupid things, they wouldn't win stupid prizes. And this new plan
True.
for an AI that censors games in real time has been detected by gamers, has been talked about on social media over the past few days, and yes, it looks really bad. It seems like they want to expand their reach, they want to
Now, granted, if you use Sony products, that's kind of on you, Chief. Okay, I mean that's not my fault. That's not anyone's fault. If you're a Sony fanboy, what did you exactly expect? A bouquet of flowers?
expand the level of control they have over gamers, and it's not going to be a very easy task.
You know, the honestly only surprising thing about this is the fact that it wasn't Nintendo. If we're being real, it's probably, though Nintendo's probably gonna make the patent for something like this that automatically sues people. That's what Nintendo is gonna do.
For them, that's for sure. So Sony has recently patented an AI program that can censor games for content in real time, effectively making an adult-oriented game child-friendly, or at least child-friendlier. The idea behind this AI tech is to allow parents to control what is censored from a game their children are playing. They can choose the setting.
Ah, yes, surely patents. Surely the patents, okay? Surely Sony is not gonna make themselves the patent in this situation and just automatically censor things that are bad for you. Oh, my fellow chuds, isn't life glorious? Isn't it the greatest thing ever? Isn't gaming just the... A year ago we were winning hard, and now all of this stuff is happening? My god.
They wish, violence, cursing, sexual content, what have you, and the AI will take it from there, changing or blurring out the stuff parents don't want their kids exposed to. By virtue of the program,
What if I want all of that and more? Can AI do the opposite? Can by the way, this is kind of dystopian and obviously bad, but the reality is, dude, AI is so bad at this point. AI is virtually worthless at doing anything but creating Elza Goon videos. That's it. AI is incapable, very specific, but don't worry about it. But AI is completely incapable of doing anything else. AI is gonna probably censor the full floor in a game before it actually figures out how to censor any of these things. We are at this point, I mean, AI is breaking new grounds every single day, and it's somehow getting worse. It's somehow getting actually less competent. It's hilarious.
It can also be tailored to each parent's rules for their kids, funneling out violence but not cursing, for example. And I always think that protecting kids is good, but adults should not face the consequences of that because we know that they are going to push the limits with this. You should never trust a company. You should never say to yourself, "Oh, they're just implementing this as a optional tool," because ultimately they don't like sexual content. They don't like content that could look bad for their brand. They don't like having any sort of smudge on their public image, and that's why we see them ban certain games, censor certain games, and that could mean that this tool is used later down the line to police developers. We are seeing an attack on creative freedom, and yes, right now it is being presented as just an option, which, first of all, parents should be looking into and researching what their children are consuming. So parents should know, I don't know, GTA isn't suitable for an 11-year-old. If the parents give their children a title, they
I mean, I, as an 11-year-old, enjoy GTA.
should be doing their due diligence. But second of all, we are, yes, hearing about AI being used to censor people across this entire industry and really across technology. I mean, I've already talked about it before, but Sony has another patent. It's the bad actor detection patent.
Of course. Listen, they're crashing out pretty hard because they had to pay 300 million to buy Concord. Never forget that Sony paid 300 or maybe some closer to 400 million to buy the studio that made Concord. Because those people, listen, I'm not calling Sony incompetent, but the fact that Firewalk Studios, the studio that made Concord of all things unholy, convinced Sony that Concord is gonna be the new GTA 6, that it's gonna replace Overwatch, Destiny, and all the other looters, shooters, and booters, that it's gonna be the new Call of Duty. Okay? I mean, Sony's still crashing out pretty fucking hot about that, probably. So that's why I don't actually fear with anything Sony does, because they are incompetent, they are stupid, they are absolutely incapable of anything. It is hilarious, I have to say.
It feels a lot like a digital social credit score. It says, according to the filing, the Sony Bad Actor patent outlines a system that tracks and scores players across online multiplayer games based on how frequently they exhibit negative behavior. If a player crosses a predetermined...
Wait, this is nothing new. This is one of those things that is an absolute nothing burger. We have this in literally League of Legends, Dota 2, Valorant, CS. Every single online game has this. It's literally just behavior score.
Determined threshold by, for example, engaging in inappropriate chat or griefing, Sony's system could automatically limit their access to online features until they quote unquote improve their behavior. So yes, they want to control us, and this could...
Yeah, so this is not, again, this is not anything unique or new. This is not Animal Farm.
Your favorite games are now on the line. Any games with adult content could potentially, later down the line, be put through this AI censorship program, and adult content could be removed. Look at something like Stellar Blade, for example. They could put Stellar Blade through the ringer with this AI. Outfits are censored, dialogues toned down. Imagine if, I don't know, GTA. It's got so much adult content that...
Now, granted, GTA is already dead in my eyes, so I'm kind of okay with that.
If it, let's say, is at 100%, well, the AI could bring it down to 75%, and then it could be more marketable. Censorship is always a slippery slope, and it is so important we do not let companies linger in silence. I know there's a lot of people who say things like, "Oh, why do you make videos on journalists if you hate journalists?" Because they lurk in the shadows otherwise. Their poor actions and their bad behavior needs to be called out so you know to not support them because they are really shitty people. And Sony is doing a lot of really shitty things right now in
They're liars and they're activists, and they don't care about the truth. They care about, the outcome of whatever they want.
terms of AI. A lot of companies are, though. It's not just them, but they are the ones who are pushing the most amount of AI censorship patents, and gamers are furious over this, and rightfully so. I love to see people calling them out, and this is I'd like an AI that adds slurs and tits and
Oh,
offensive content
yeah.
into our games in real time. I'm seeking a
Oh,
$9 billion
baby.
investment for 3% equity. Things like this make me want to keep pushing with how far AI can go with sexual content. YouTube
Oh, wow. That is hilarious.
prove that AI moderation is incapable of understanding nuance, and this is a big problem. Just because it's being presented as only affecting kids or
Yeah, again, there's no such thing. If they use it against someone, gonna use it against anyone. It's just the way things are. Anyway, that was very dark. 10 out of 10. Bye.